Hello and welcome back to part 2 of my very large book haul, thanks to Anthony Trollope, whose many works you saw me acquire in part 1. I ended on American Journey, The Life and Times of Robert Kennedy, and as I explained in my very first book haul video, I have a particular interest in Robert Kennedy because of his interest in Aeschylus and Greek tragedy. This is an oral biography, which I tend not to be a huge fan of those. It seems a little lazy to me. The authors just sort of sit people down and type out everything they say when it's the reason I rely on biographers is to shape all that information for me. But whatever, I will take what I can get. Next is Sartor Resartus by Thomas Carlyle. I'm a big Carlyle fan. I love his essays and I also loved his history of the French Revolution. Next we have Second Thoughts of an Idle Fellow by Jerome K. Jerome. And this is a sequel to Idle Thoughts of an Idle Fellow, which I found very amusing. I also loved Jerome's Three Men in a Boat, which if you haven't read it and you want to laugh, you just have to read that book. There's a hilarious scene where all the characters are trying to perform a Gilbert and Sullivan song but can't quite remember the words, and it may not sound all that funny when I describe it, but the way he wrote it, it just cracked me up. Then I got Contes Fantastiques Complets by Guy de Maupassant. I have to admit I'm not the world's hugest Maupassant fan. I know everybody adores him. I can sort of take him or leave him. I enjoy his stories. I don't really love them, but he's a classic. I should read him. Then I got this Jean de la Lune, which I have never heard of, but I try to pick up anything in French that looks interesting and just decide about keeping it later on. And last but not least, I got Aucassin et Nicolette, which is a classic medieval French romance. And if you've made it this far, many thanks for watching and many thanks for tuning into part 2, and I hope you'll join me for my next video.